Good afternoon, all telehealth folks. How's everybody doing? And Happy New Year. Yes, we are ringing out the old and ringing in the new. 2021, here we come. 2020, whoa, what a year. So many things has happened this year that I am ready to forget about it and go into more positivity in 2021. Now, the ball drop due to the pandemic won't be quite the same. So I think for today's lesson, I'm going to tell you how the ball drop became one of the traditions of New York City. Here we go. So, New Year's Eve in Times Square started in 1904. Over 100 years ago. Everybody from all parts of the world will come to New York City, where all the bright lights are at. And in 1904, people will go to Times Square and celebrate the New Year. Now, what were they doing? They were just gathering in bunches, waiting to hear the bells. There wasn't even a ball drop at that time. Until 1907 was the first New Year's Eve ball. Now, this ball had 125 watt light bulbs. It was 5 feet in diameter and it weighed 700 pounds. Yes, it was built by a young immigrant metalworker named Jacob Starr. And for the most of the 20th century, his company is what was responsible for lowering the ball drop. Now, as part of the 1907-1908 festivities and other deluxe eateries in hotels surrounding Times Square was supplied with battery-powered top hats embezzled with the number 1908. Fashion of little tiny light bulbs all throughout here, and at the stroke of midnight, everybody turned on their lights. So these little hats that we get for New Year's and the party poppers and all that came around in 1908, and everybody was rocking one of these bad boys for the new year. So what happens? Since 1907, moving to 1942, every year was a ball drop, except for 1942 going into 1943, when the ceremony was suspended due to the fact of war. Nonetheless, the crowd still gathered in Times Square in those years and greeted the new year with a minute of silence. So when the new year came, instead of everybody screaming out Happy New Year within 1942 to 1943, everybody took a moment of silence for all the soldiers that were fighting in the war. Hard times at that time. But what happens after that? After the minute of silence followed, the Trinity Church will ring their bells. Because before the ball drop, at the stroke of midnight, every year it was the church's responsibility to ring in the new year. To ring out the old year and ring in the new year. Since 1907, there has been 7 different balls that have been dropping. In 1920, a 400-pound ball made entirely of iron replaced the original. And in 1955, the iron ball was replaced with an aluminum ball that only weighed 150 pounds. The aluminum ball remained untouched until the 1980s. So, not bad. We went from 700 pounds to 400 pounds to 150 pounds of the ball. That dropped. Okay. But everything changed until 1980, when red light bulbs and the addition of green stems converted the ball into an apple. for the I Love New York marketing campaign from 1981 to 1988. After 1988, the traditional glowing white ball came into effect. So from 1980 to 1988, that must have been pretty cool just to see it look like a big apple in New York City. But after that, we went back to tradition and made it into glowing white ball with white lights instead of red and green. From there, if you could just get a quick little close-up, this was the first ball. And all these little lights for only 25 watts. Compare to now, this is not the ball that we use, but this was the upgrade. This was the upgrade, and now this ball was made in 2007. The reason why the ball was remade was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the ball drop in New York City. Now this was fully equipped with new LED crystal balls that changed colors and replaced with the star of the art, Philips lighting. New technology happened and this was a big thing. But since 2007, we upgraded even more. Now the ball looks like this. I will be putting in the color, the lighting of the balls a little later. So now this board changes colors all around as it keeps going down, and these little triangles pop out. It's a big work of art. Now, what they used to do back in the day, when after the year was over, after the New Year's over, they'll take out the ball and they'll put it away. Now, the New Year's Eve ball stays there throughout the whole year. It's too heavy. It's 1 or 2 tons. Very, very heavy. So that's why we no longer take it, because where we're gonna put it, it's huge. But with that being said, we are going into 2021. I know a lot of you guys had it with 2020, but 2021 has something in the air that things are gonna come out bright for the future, okay? Quick reminder, today I'll be calling out a raffle ticket number for the Christmas raffle. Nobody has claimed the prize. So I will have to call out a new raffle ticket. And not to worry, if you don't win this raffle, we have another raffle going on for the new year. So, not to worry, the vaccine is coming out. I already heard some places already giving it out. Some of my colleagues have told me that they got their first dosage. Don't worry, it's coming to you sooner than what you could think. All right? I know a lot of you guys are wondering about the stimulus check. Let the government figure out what they're gonna do, but I know it's owed to us and you will get it too. With that being said, the war is not over yet. The battle, we're winning. So, but until then, wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart, and wash your hands regularly. Also get tested. There's different pop-ups throughout the whole city, even around your neighborhood, that you can go get tested. This year, I think that they are not promoting for everybody to go to Times Square to see the ball drop, but you can watch it right at YouTube, and I'll be putting up the link so you guys can celebrate the new year to come. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a beautiful day. Take care, everybody.